Not to be overdramatic, but why did they do this? What's going on, everybody? I'm GemMint, and I just got done reading the Transformers Deluxe Edition Volume 1, collecting the first 12 issues of the new series. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this series, but I am a little bit disappointed with these hardcovers, and we're going to get into that. I've actually been on a Transformers kick lately. I've only got 8 episodes left, and I would have watched the entire OG series, seasons 1 through 4, and I dug this so much that I went and got caught up with Transformers 13 through 21. Also G.I. Joe 7, and I'm going to get caught up with Void Rivals once that hardcover comes in. But I don't like the way they put this thing together. Now, the story itself, I'm digging it. It's a retelling of basically the cartoon series, but it feels real. It feels gritty. Transformers are dying. Humans, squishies, are dying. The dialogue is fluid. Daniel Warren Johnson's art style is kinetic, and it feels action-packed. I mean, you got Optimus Prime doing suplexes to Starscream. It's a great story, but let's take a look at this deluxe edition. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. All right, first of all, they made like 5 covers for the hardcover. I dig this foil holographic logo they did for the trade dress. Transformers Book 1, Energon Universe, Daniel Warren Johnson, Jorge Corona, Mike Spicer, some of the best in the business. They did a cover, I think it was from issue 9, with Optimus Prime holding the Earth on his shoulders. Then they did like the Decepticon version with Starscream on the front, as he's like the main villain of these first 2 chapters. They have another Optimus cover and yet another Optimus cover. So pick and choose which covers you'd like, I guess. Here's the spine. Again, I like that hollow foil spine. You got the creators. You got Optimus Book 1. I love all of that. Here's the back. So like I said, collecting the first 12 issues, retails $50. I did get this from Organic Price Books. As always, man, get your collected editions there. Use code GemMint. It'll save you $2 on every order, giving us a breakdown of what's going on in the story. And let's open up. Boom. Autobots and Decepticons. It's dope because I'm watching the cartoon and I have the lore fresh on the mind. Optimus Prime, when he rips off his arm. I'm not going to get too much into spoilers, but this is how it starts off, you guys. So you get your credits, opens up to chapter 1, right into the issue. So I'm thinking, okay, they're not going to do the cover before each issue. They're going to go ahead and just, you know, give you the issue 1, and then maybe they'll give you the covers in the back. So it opens up. You can see the Autobots crashing to Earth. It goes back and forth to the army with you have Sparkplug is Spike's dad, and then you have Carly and her father. Those are the humans that we get introduced to. So here's Carly, here's her van. It's so cool what happens in this series, man. But things get real when the Autobots hit Earth. The kids find them just like in the first episode of the Transformers cartoon. And then it becomes this race on repairing the Autobots and the Decepticons and continuing their war. It's the same lore. They left Cybertron because of the Energon scarcity, and they're looking for new planets. Now, the only thing that's different is I don't think it's 4 million years that they were here on Earth. Anyway, here goes Optimus Prime with the Starscream suplex. I mean, you got Transformers doing wrestling moves to each other. So it's action-packed and it's brutal. Like, I don't want to give any big spoilers away, but you have Transformers that die, you have humans that die. So I'm reading this, I'm reading it for the second time, and I'm loving it. You see Optimus Prime, he sees Earth for the first time. Of course, he realizes that he brought this war to Earth. Now he's got to defend the planet. And we don't have Megatron right away. Like I said, Starscream is like the first to awaken from the Decepticons. He starts awakening the other Seekers. You have Thundercrack and Star Warp. I think I said those names right. But as I'm reading this, I'm like, yo, when is issue 1 over? This thing was going on and on and on, killing humans. And I'm like, yo, was issue 1 an oversized issue? And then I had to check my single issues because I have like reprints of the first few issues. And they print issues 1 through 6 back to back with no breaks, no covers or anything. And I gotta say, man, I was super disappointed with that because there are moments in this story where you kind of need a fade to black moment. You kind of get this big thing that happens, and then I would have loved to have the cover of each issue before the issue starts. I mean, is that too much to ask? Dan, look at this scene right here. who's that? Prime going against Skywarp. Or is that no, Skywarp is the purple one, right? So let me even see, when does the first issue end? I think it already ended. So here's that same page where Optimus has to rip off his arm. We've got a brand new San Diego Comic-Con drop from Paraz Entertainment. Anime by Rob Cannon. We've got 8 exclusive covers with cover art by Sukisha Ray and Jeffrey Tai, with homages to Akira, Evangelion, and Drive. You can get it at the That Spider-Man booth Whatnot during San Diego Comic-Con, or if you're at the show, check out JPG at booth 802. So yeah, as you can see, it just keeps going and going with no breaks. And I'd have to assume that this was like Daniel Warren Johnson, that maybe this is the way he originally intended it, more kind of wrestling moves. But for me, it's too much of a breakneck speed, back to back to back, without that pause. Like, give me that breath so I can get caught up here. So basically, the deluxe editions break this down into arcs, and they call the arcs chapters. So after the first 6 issues, which is the end of the first arc, you have the little bit of a page break. See, I'm assuming this is the end of like issue 2 or 3 or something like that. Optimus with Megatron's arm. Not really a spoiler, but you know, you have Megatron. So Megatron doesn't even get introduced, I don't think, until after this deluxe edition. But as you can see, man, the bots, they have the G1 aesthetic to them, but they have realism. The situations that happen are mature and they're for real. Prime using Megatron's arm to blast away at the Decepticons is super awesome. RC gets revived. She starts bonding with Carly. So it's a great story. I'm trying to get to where where chapter 2 starts. Of course, you have the Combiners, the Constructicons forming Devastator, and then you eventually will get Bruticus and all of the Combiners. So the story in itself is great. Like, again, it's just nonstop. I need a breath. So then we get the end of chapter 1, and then here chapter 2 begins, and now you get issues 7 through 12. So why did they do that? I was joking around with the Discord, and they were saying, well, every issue had like 1 million covers. Maybe they did like a cover gallery in the back. So, you know, that I could kind of understand, but here's what we have in the back. So Daniel Warren Johnson giving us some sketch designs, some insight into the creative process, into the covers. And I really do like Daniel and you know, what he wrote here, and how his confidence wasn't all the way up there with drawing these characters, and how he ended up finding his groove and preliminary sketches and such. So that was all cool. But then the cover gallery is issues 1 through 12, Virgin covers, cover A, and that's it. I'm like, dang, at least give us all those beautiful covers in the back. Yeah, see, here's, I think, issue 9, which they did do for one of the variant hardcovers. So, yeah, you just get the cover A's, man. So I'm assuming that's what's going to be the same with Void Rivals and G.I. Joe. And as you can see, they have the Joes and the Cobra. They're all different variants and such. And then you have the 2 factions with the Void Rivals crew. But I would have loved this to be like a hardcover compendium. Give me cover A before each issue, and then in the back, give me all of those variants. Well, these are all cover A's, but give me all those variants that each issue has, because otherwise it's just a waste, except for those variant hunters. So really, that's the only place you're getting those covers if you picked up the variants. Anyway, I hope this doesn't sour your opinion on the story or the run. Collect it however you want to collect it. It's definitely a great read. I'm all caught up. I can't wait till issue 22 comes out, and then once 24 comes out, we'll probably see volume 2. Am I off base here? Did anybody else feel the same way? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.